Once upon a time, a long time ago, but somehow also in the future, there was a place. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, but also behind. Let me start at the beginning, which is also the end. Here we go. My name is Dreambird, and I'm not a bird, but I'm not a bird. And I show up in dreams, but not regular dreams, not sleeping dreams, but not necessarily waking dreams either. You know those kind of dreams where people say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, I dream I could be a blah, blah, blah. That kind of dream. Except not exactly that kind of dream either. It's hard to explain. Welcome to my life. Anyway, I live in a really wonderful place called Rainbowland. And you live there too, but you just don't know it yet. Or maybe you do know it, in which case, welcome. Or maybe you welcomed me. I don't really know. Anyway, Rainbowland isn't quite a place. It's not a place. You can go there in dreams, but not specifically, not with your feet. You go there with your mind, or sort of with the color behind your eyes. And in Rainbowland are all kinds of people and animals and vegetables and minerals that no longer feel like just one thing. Like there are giraffes that aren't really giraffes anymore. They're kind of pink or purple, sometimes yellow, sometimes with spots, but sometimes they have stripes too, and sometimes they're actually the smallest animals there. I hesitated to say animals because they're not really quite animals either. And sometimes there are people, except they're not really fully people. This is all getting a bit confusing, I imagine. Maybe I should tell you in a different way. I'll take you on an adventure that some kids / animals / not sure what they were yet went on. How they came to be in Rainbowland, but also how they came to bring Rainbowland back to where they were from. I hope you enjoy going on this journey with me. I look forward to meeting you in your dreams or behind your eyelids, perhaps. Bye. Before I tell you the stories of these particular animals and children and things who didn't know their names, I thought maybe I should tell you how to get into Rainbowland if you'd like to see for yourself. Okay. Close your eyes. Count to 10 plus your favorite number. If you're unlucky like me, your favorite number is 212. So this might take a while. I'll wait. Did I give you enough time? Maybe push play again and just count a little faster next time if not. But anyway, this is just so you know how to do it on your own later. Anyway, you close your eyes and you do the counting, and you see the small little version of yourself. Kind of like a cartoon character, or maybe like in a video game you played. And you can be any color, and you can be any size, and you can be any animal, or vegetable, or mineral, or monster. I won't even tell you it has to be a friendly monster if you feel like an angry monster inside. Whatever you want to be, whatever you think you are today. It doesn't have to be the same tomorrow either, just so you know. That's part of the fun of Rainbowland, or part of the beauty, one could say. Anyway, you close your eyes and you see, after the counting, of course, that little version of you. And ready? You're going to see it doing a running start, just like in a video game. And then you run, and then you jump at a 45-degree angle, and you start to fly, and you're flying kind of like over a rainbow. It really does look a lot like a video game, but it's all just imagination. You just try your best here. There's no wrong way to do this, I will tell you that. Surprisingly enough, most things that have requirements for entrance also simultaneously and almost ironically, or even hypocritically, don't really require you to do the thing that they say they require. It's a confusing thing about the adult world, or as they like to call it, the real world. It's really not very real. I'll just say that. Well, I'll probably say more, but maybe just not right now, because I have a habit of interrupting myself. Anyway, so you're flying up in the air at a 45-degree angle, and you're going over a rainbow, except not really, because the rainbow is getting bigger and bigger, and the more you fly, the bigger the rainbow is getting. And suddenly, before you know it, you're not flying over the curve of the rainbow, you're actually in the rainbow. And the rainbow is all around you, and as you keep flying upward in that 45-degree angle, if you don't know what that is, that's kind of like the slope of a mountain, or the slope of a slide, but you're going up the slide. Now, don't actually go climb slides, and please don't tell your parents that I said you should climb slides. You shouldn't climb slides. They have rules for a reason, but it has to do with not hurting people or hurting others or hurting yourself, but I don't really want to get into that because I don't have kids, and it's been a long time since I was a kid, so I don't really remember how all of that works. So, anyway, so you're flying, and you're flying up in a 45-degree angle up over the mountain of rainbow-ness, but it turns into being more like a rainbow all around you, kind of like the sky becomes a rainbow, and it's like thick and completely clear at the same time. It's like the air around you takes on different colors. And now at this part, you get to imagine which part of the rainbow you want to be flying in. And right now I'm feeling yellow. What are you feeling? Oh, I actually can't hear you. The way this recording thing works, it's one way. So I'm saying my thing, and then I'm asking you questions, but I actually can't hear your answers. It kind of stinks. I'm going to imagine that I can hear your answer. So ready? Say it again. What color are you flying in right now? That's wonderful. I feel like I can hear you. You know why? Because if everyone who's listening to this all says a different thing, then in a way, I just heard rainbow. I heard all the different colors of the rainbow, and that made me feel happy. So you're flying, and now you're in one color, and maybe your mood is changing as you're flying. Maybe you're feeling a different color now, like I kind of feel a sort of light purple. That feels really nice. And maybe the way that I saw myself when I was down on the ground was a little bit like a grumpy monster with fur and pink and, no wings at all. But by doing this imagination game, I had wings, or at least I could fly without wings. But as I got further up into the sky, first into the yellow and then into this light purple, I kind of stopped feeling like that grumpy little monster. Well, now I feel kind of like an elegant bird who's kind of lavender in color, like this rainbow that I'm in, and I see these little wings growing out of me, and I have a little halo, kind of like the angel that I played in the church play when I was 5 years old, and it's just like made out of pipe cleaners or something glittery and fuzzy. And then, oh, my pale wings or whatever it is, it's like kind of like a cape. I don't know. It was kind of bird-like, kind of cape-like. I don't really know, but I saw it in my mind, and then it started changing, and now it's something else entirely. Oh, I'm taking up all the space. Sorry. What do you see? Were you an animal? Were you a vegetable? Maybe a vegetable with feet? Or some kind of cute little fruity thing? Or a monster? Maybe you're a bird like me? There's no right answer, just so you know. And then after you've done enough flying, this is the part where it gets a little weird. That made me laugh because the whole thing's probably pretty weird. But just when you've done enough flying and you'll know the right moment for you, it's different for all of us, you'll suddenly extend your feet just below you and feel the ground. And when you decide the ground is there, it's there. Do you feel it? Mine was pretty high up the rainbow in all these mixtures of colors, but yours might be right at the bottom. Because this might feel kind of weird to you. The air gets a little thinner, kind of like going up a mountain. And if it's your first time, you can just pause and look around. In some people's minds, they start to see all kinds of different characters coming out to greet them. They see little monsters and candy creatures and vegetables and animals poking out from different little pockets of color, looking around and saying hello, and everyone's pretty friendly, or at least neutral. And there it is. Everybody looking around. And you're there. You're in Rainbowland. Now, there's a lot to do in Rainbowland, and there's many stories to be told of things you can find in Rainbowland, ways you can change in Rainbowland, how to grow, how to become something or someone by actually just being exactly who you are right now. But that's a kind of confusing topic that I think is best saved for later. I'll say the short version, but basically anything you want to become ever in your life in Rainbowland, you become it by being who you already are right now. I don't know if that makes sense, but in other words, exactly what you feel like becoming now creates the map to the next place or the next thing you're going to be. So if you feel like that bird that I was describing earlier, or like your own bird, or your own giraffe, or your own bear, or zebra, or tall person, or short person, or you feel like an old man but you're really only 8 years old, or you feel like you're 8 years old but you're really 96, whichever thing it is, that's the thing you are right now, and that's the map to the next place and the next thing that you will be. And you don't want to skip over that thing, or the whole place gets pretty confusing. Okay, that's your introduction. Feel free to come back anytime. See if you become different things, or creatures, or animals, or vegetables, or minerals. See if you like different colors every time you come. And in the meantime, I'll tell you the story of some friends of mine who came up here and who helped me along the way. See you soon.
And now it's time for my first story. Lily the Little Pink Giraffe with Rainbow Spots. Once there was a pink giraffe named Lily. She was smaller than the other giraffes and pink with rainbow spots. You might think, cool, a pink giraffe with rainbow spots. It must be very fun to be the only pink giraffe with rainbow spots. But actually, she was sad. Very sad. She wanted to belong, but all the other giraffes were yellow with brown spots. So one day she was crying in the corner because no one had asked her to play, probably because of the spots she imagined. Well, just then, Spark, the old neighborhood dog, walked by. He wore glasses and was known to be very smart. "What's wrong?" Spark the dog asked. "All the other giraffes are the same, and I'm different. It makes me so sad." Lily started sobbing. Spark suddenly got a very wise look on his face. "First of all the other giraffes are not the same. Joey has 3 spots by her ears. Lisa has 6 spots by her toes. John is very shy and likes books. And Francis is incredibly good at ballet, and not just for a giraffe. So you're not the only giraffe who is different. But even if you were, it's okay to be different." "Really?" Lily said, doubtful. "Yes, of course. Think about it." And so she thought about it. And while she was thinking, she fell asleep. And went into a dream. And that's where I came in and sang her this song. It's okay to be different, 'cause nobody's the same. If we weren't all different, there'd be someone out there with your exact same name, with your face and your haircut, and all of your clothes, with your eyes and your same teeth and ears and mouth and nose. It makes no sense how we pretend that we all want to be the same, when really it's that we want to belong, to have a place where we are loved. It's okay to be different, 'cause nobody's the same. If we weren't all different, there'd be someone out there with your exact same face, with your shoes and your mustache, with your exact same toys, they'd talk at the exact same moment as you and make all the exact same noise. It'd get pretty old having a perfect clone. Everywhere you go, everywhere you tried to go, they'd always be there. They'd be literally in your hair. Yes, a perfect clone wouldn't be so perfect. So it's okay to be different, 'cause everybody is different. Since everybody is different, it must be okay. And suddenly, she noticed all the differences. And maybe her biggest difference was that she was pink with rainbow spots. But this time, she thought it was pretty cool. The end.
Oh, I almost forgot. Everyone in Rainbowland wanted me to tell you that they made a theme song. So, without further ado, I'm going to play for you as they called themselves, the Rainbow Animal Friends theme song. So, yeah, I guess stay tuned. Here you go.
One more thing.
Before I play the song, I should remind you, not only is everyone welcome in Rainbowland, but everyone already belongs there. So if you have a theme song to write, you can write one too. Or you can add to this one, or you can sing along, knowing that you already belong. Okay, just wanted to make that clear.
Rainbow animal friends, we're all friends in a rainbow world. Rainbow animal friends, we're rainbow friends.
So the next story that I was about to tell you is actually by somebody who's not an animal, and he kind of was a little bit upset that his friends decided to do Rainbow Animal Friends since he's not an animal.
He's not really sure what he is.
I don't want to give the story away, but basically he asked if we could say something other than animal friends. So we all just got together and we brainstormed and we thought of a new version. So we're going to play you that now. Okay, here you go. Bye now.
Rainbow, family of friends, we're all friends in a rainbow world. Rainbow, family of friends, we're rainbow friends.
There are so many more stories I want to tell you. So many friends of mine that I want you to meet. They all have a unique and wonderful story, and if I had all the time in the whole wide world, I would tell you all of them right now. And I wouldn't stop, probably ever. But I think maybe right now is a good time to take a break and let you go do something else for a while. And when you come back next time, I'll have another story for you. Does that sound good? Oh yeah, I can't hear you. If you could say that a little louder. Yeah, I still couldn't hear you. Oh, I forgot to imagine that I could. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! That was so loud. Well, thank you for listening to my stories. They're not really my stories. They belong to everyone. But I feel so honored to get to tell them to you. And I hope that I see you in a dream sometime soon. But before I go, my friends told me that one of the songs I wrote would make a great closing theme song. I don't really know what that means, but apparently there are things in the world, maybe on social media, I believe it's called, or Y tube? Oh, no, wait, it's a different letter. X tube? Something like that. Anyway, on one of the tubes, there's a place where you can watch videos, I guess, and apparently in these things called shows, there's an opening theme and then a closing theme. Well, apparently my quiet ways are better for closing themes, so I guess I will leave you with this. And maybe one more. Goodbye. One, two, three, 2, 2, 3.
The world can be your friend. There's no reason why it can't. The world can be your friend. All you have to do is take its hand and sing. And sing. And sing. Bye, everyone. See you next time.